Hey guys, thanks so much for checking out this video. If you're not already subscribed, hit the button down below for more great content. If you like this video, please leave a like so I know. It really helps out the channel. Welcome to the 12.7 patch of Escape from Tarkov Customs Map Changes video. First, we'll be going through the small industrial building adjacent to the ZB-12 extract. Inside on these crates are food spawns and a grenade case next to it on the floor. Across the room in this caged-in area, there are loose industrial spawns on the floor and a technical supply crate to loot. Before heading up the stairs, make sure to check underneath for fuel spawns. Upstairs on the metal catwalk, there's a toolbox and a loose tech spawn. In the office, there is another toolbox, 2 computers, a wooden weapons box, 2 jackets, and loose money inside this end table. The windows in this building overlook the area around extract and the often crowded boiler tank spawn. And yes, you can shoot through the windows. Next up, we'll be heading out towards the building next to the weapons warehouse. They've added 2 new areas on either side of the second story. On the first side, you can find 2 valuable spawns. Here we have food spawns, jackets, and a lot of industrial spawns on these shelves. A wooden weapons box. There are weapon parts on the tables. And various food spawns. This little room off to the side has an interesting resident. Make sure to check his wrist for a roller, and behind him for 2 other valuable spawns. In the small storage room next to the stairs, there are loose food spawns as well as ammo. This is a new entrance to the building. Keep it in mind in case you need an alternate route. On the other side of the building, we have a small recording area set up with 2 PCs to check. A loose electronics spawn under the desk, and a duffel bag tucked away in the corner. In the small storage room, there are 2 toolboxes and many tools and industrial loose spawns on the shelves, as well as a fuel spawn. In the bathroom, there's just a jacket and nothing else that I found so far. In the final room on this side of the building, there's a jacket, duffel bag, and various food and weapon parts spawned scattered throughout the room. Something to keep in mind when engaging targets inside this building. The windows on this wall inside the new area have invisible collisions, so you cannot shoot through them or throw grenades. However, these windows in the back can be fired through, so don't get overconfident that they can't reach you with that grenade. Moving on, we'll head to the newly opened building next to the factory shortcut. This building is very important for one key reason. The power to the new extract can only be turned on from inside. If you step in this door with a 4 above it and take a left, you'll find the switch for the power on the wall. Heading into the warehouse, if you look up, you'll see a small office. I haven't seen any loot in there at all, and it's somewhat of a death trap, so don't go up there without a good reason. The underground has a weapon crate, food spawn, and a duffel bag. Moving over, you can find a dead scav with medical spawns around his body, as well as a medical spawn on the chair and the med box to check next to it. Heading up the opposite ramp and taking a left, this room has weapon parts on this box as well as a small black weapons crate tucked beside it. Across the room, if you head up these stairs and take a right, you'll find the stairs to the 3rd floor. Note the green weapons case hidden beneath it. On the 3rd floor, there are loose weapon parts on the table and a weapons case against the wall. More importantly, if you continue along down this balcony, you'll get some wide overlooking sightlines over the expansion area. Back downstairs, heading back through the double doors to the other side of the warehouse. There are various loose mechanical parts scattered throughout. In this room, we have a jacket, industrial spawn on the shelves on the left and right, and tools spawn in the blue cabinets. As a small aside, the previous busher shortcut, famous for being impossible to see through, has had a bit of a trim, giving you longer sightlines to avoid being surprised. Okay, time to move on to the brand new area. To get there, we're going to pass through the old gas station, but you can also gain entrance through the construction yard where the portable cabins are, or next to the RUAF roadblock extraction where the L-bend or elbow into construction yard used to be. The first thing to notice when you step into the new expansion to customs is the wide sightlines. I've already shown you a few, but this entire area has limited cover, so utilizing it properly to make your way across the map is key. To the left, you'll see signs noting where the sniper dead zone is. If you step too far down the tracks, they will open fire and kill you. It's basically another version of the minefields on Reserve and Shoreline. The first building we are going to look at is the large central warehouse where the new ZB-13 extract is located, aka the Stronghold. On the first floor, if you jump over it, there's an IFAK and ammo spawn on the pallet of bricks, and on the concrete bags on the right there is a fuel spawn. On the top floor, there are many loose ammo spawns, weapon parts spawn, medical spawns, toolbox, here's a technical supply crate, there's a fuel spawn in the corner next to the 2 green empty cans, and more ammo spawns across from that. Here's a ration supply crate. There's a green weapons crate in the corner. Here's a medical supply crate. It's also important to note that on the third floor there are 3 large weapon emplacements, 2 LMGs and a grenade launcher, so approach with caution. On the first floor, we can see a flatbed with weapon parts, spawns, and a square weapons box. This table has a food spawn. In this room, we have 2 jackets, 2 shelves with industrial spawns, blue cabinets that spawn tools, a square weapons case, food spawn on the bed, med box and med spawn on the lower bunk, a long weapons case, a large gray weapons case, and a medical supply crate. In this room, there's a food spawn, a duffel bag, 2 more food spawns, valuables between the cots, meds, ammo, or food spawn, and a large green weapons case. Moving to the basement, there isn't much in the way of loot to be found. Just 2 industrial spawns on these boxes, but the real reason to come down here is the new extract. You'll have to have power on and a factory key to gain entrance. Now before we move on in the expansion, it's important to show you this new area inside the construction yard, which is also another entrance into the expansion. Taking a right, if you head up these stairs, you'll see a new area with loose ammo, a duffel bag. There's a food spawn, a square weapons box. There's a food spawn, and over here is another technical supply crate. You can walk along these beams as well as jump onto the small suspended rectangle of concrete. However, you are very likely to break your legs if you miss the jump, so be careful. Now that my legs are stapled back together, let's head over to the small garage on the edge of the expansion area. This is a good building to go to if you need fuel. Every time I've checked here, there has been at least 1 can. In this corner is one of the fuel spawns. This table will sometimes spawn money underneath the newspaper. This table spawns loose weapons parts, and over here in the small blue locker are multiple tool spawns. Up the stairs, there's a loose industrial spawn on these boxes and a toolbox tucked in the corner. If you head out the back door of the garage, you'll find yourself in what was once the elbow into construction, which you can see is now just a wide open area. Coming in from the elbow, there are several portable cabins that hold some loose medical and food spawns, and the buses to the right have the standard food spawns. I've been checking them for keys, but so far no luck. Besides this Skytrack is a technical supply crate. Over in this small porta potty is loose food and ammunition spawns. The last building, and one of the best for loot, is this small medical building tucked in the corner behind the buses. Let's head in. On the second floor to the left, there's a large medical room. Each of these tables can spawn medical supplies, as well as the shelves on the opposite wall and in the corner. Moving across the hall into the small office records room area, there are some loose money spawns on the desk, filing cabinets in the corner, with 2 tape spawns on top of them. The shelves in this room are where the real money is, as it seems pretty much every shelf has 2 separate possible intelligence spawns. Make sure to check in there every raid if you can. In between the shelves, there is a food and medical spawn. In the small storage room, here in the hall, there's food spawns on the boxes and various medical spawns on the shelves. Heading downstairs, if you check behind this bookshelf, there's a dead scav. He will sometimes have valuables spawn around him as well. Across the hall in the break room, we have a jacket, food spawn, valuable spawn on the shelf, and a duffel bag on the chair. Moving into the bathroom, we have another jacket and dead scav. The tipped-over cabinet next to him spawns weapon parts and ammunition. There are food spawns tucked inside the cabinets along the wall, and a duffel bag on the bench under the window. In the guard desk, there's a duffel bag, loose food spawns on the pallet and table, a lot of ammunition can spawn inside the blue locker, and a jacket to search. Finally, by the back door, there's a medical box on this crate, a dead body with multiple med spawns on the corner of his blanket, and more medical spawns on the cart next to his feet. As with all guide videos, please remember that this video was produced the day of the patch, and basically everything is subject to change without notice. I will do my best to keep this video and description box updated, but if it is no longer correct, it's unfortunately out of my control. Thanks for watching. If you made it to the end of the video, leave a comment letting me know what you guys want to see next. Don't forget to follow my Twitch and other social media. The links will be down below.